Did I hear you right? Dallas, right? Hello, beautiful people. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. I am Darla, and you are tuned into The 30 Journey. Here, I share my life lessons, experiences, and journey along my 30s with you. And if any of that sounds interesting, you should definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, be a part of the TTJRNY tribe, and follow me on Instagram. All right, y'all, let's talk. Okay, so why did I move to the Big D? I really just wanted to say that. Okay, y'all, so why did I move to Dallas, Texas? So y'all know I have a story for everything because this legit is a journey for me. So I will share with you guys from the very beginning, you know, how this came about. I did a video already about moving from home and that whole thing. So if you want to check that out, please make sure you check that out. Also, I'm making a playlist of all these videos in this big leap of faith. So if you want to check out any of the videos regarding my move and all of that stuff, definitely check that out. All right, so it started in 2019. In 2019, I took a trip to Dallas, and I was actually supposed to be with my family that weekend, which I was with one of my family members, but it was supposed to be more of us, and we were just kind of celebrating Mother's Day, and I was celebrating my aunt who was graduating and getting her master's degree at 47, 48, which I think is absolutely freaking amazing. But the weather was bad, so they didn't end up making the trip because they were driving. And I ended up just spending the weekend with one of my cousins. I remember we were just hanging out and different things like that. And I was just getting a really good feel about the city. And the cousin that I hung out with that weekend, he actually was like on me for the longest about moving to Dallas. And I'm like, bro, I am not moving to Dallas. And I remember that particular weekend, Mother's Day weekend specifically, I remember, you know, just staying in a hotel room and just really enjoying downtown a little bit and just getting a very good vibe. It was the first time outside of evacuating, like for hurricanes, that I really got a chance to enjoy the city. And I didn't even do that much, to be quite honest with y'all, but there was something about Dallas that weekend that just was calling me, and it was very weird. I was just like, is this where I'm supposed to be? Because I'm just getting a feeling about this, and I just felt like I was gonna be back in some way, shape, or form doing something, building something. And mind you, the 30 Journey had already begun the year before. I started that and started YouTube in 2018. This time it was a little bit different. This visit was different. What happening was we were on a rooftop, me and my cousin and a couple of other people, and we were just chilling. And I just remember like being on that rooftop looking at all of downtown, because that's where we were, and just getting another feeling, another something, very much something. And I went off to a corner and I really just allowed myself to be immersed by myself, just overlooking the city. And I just started feeling something again, and I was like, God, am I supposed to be here? And the answer was clear, and the answer was yes. And I was like, oh, so I'm supposed to be here now? Should I be getting ready to move? And the answer was no. And I was just like, oh, well, okay. And again, y'all, I say this all the time, like, I have this relationship with my Father. I have this relationship with God to where I know when He is pushing me to do something, when I should be acting upon something, when something is very clear or something is made very clear for me. I feel like I'm in tune with myself enough to know this, and that is why I allow myself to be immersed in that moment. That's why I distance myself from everyone, to allow myself to really connect and figure out what I was feeling. Like, oh, okay, we about to do this soon, like soon. So it put it on my radar back in 2019, and I preluded to this for some of you if you paid attention, because in 2019 I made a post on my Instagram that said, there's something about Dallas, y'all. And that is a pivotal moment on my journey, because I knew from that day forward that I would be back. When? I had no idea. How? Not a clue. But I knew that I would be back. Even the people that I was meeting along the journey at that time while I was there for just a weekend. I remember someone that I met in the elevator that just gave me a really good vibe when we talked and just connected very quickly. Even being featured in Voyage Dallas, even though I'm not from Dallas. Like, all of those different things that just led up to this was like, it's gonna happen. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't even know why, but something is gonna happen. And I always tell y'all to pay attention to the details, because I believe that's how God speaks to a lot of us. And that's kind of what happened for me, and that's what kind of solidified the move for me. After learning a little bit more about the city and the people and different things over time, because of course we got 2019, we got 2020, and of course I didn't make this move until August of 2021. It just screams divine timing, even though I'm just like, this is not the plan that I had as far as when I was coming out here and transitioning, right? And I talk about that in a previous video. I'll put it in the cards and link it below as well, because that is not looking, that plan that I made is not looking like the one that's here right now. Now being in this space, y'all, I'm just like, thank you, God. Like, I'm just surrendering to what it is that I need to be doing while I'm here and how I need to go about that journey. And that feels amazing. So what have I learned about Dallas since I've been here so far? One thing I will say is that before moving, I was paying attention to what was happening in Dallas. I was paying attention to the fact that there are a lot of big companies that are transitioning here. They are realizing there are a lot of places that have a lot of land and a lot of people that are really ready to move here and really set up shop here because of so many opportunities that are opening up. I realized this earlier this year. I was paying attention to a lot of things that was happening in Dallas, and this particular time in 2021, y'all, like, I don't know what it is going on with the migrating here, but I'm telling you, like, they're gonna be more than overpopulated very soon. And I'm just like, God, you know, I don't like people like that. Like, I like people, but I don't like people like that. And I just gotta be obedient to whatever this is, because y'all, I don't like traffic. I don't like these roads. But what I can say that I do like is I love the diversity. I love the fact that people here, for the most part, that I've been meeting so far have been pretty friendly. Now, there are some that I've met that weren't so friendly. But at the end of the day, so far, it has really been really cool. And I can't wait to come back and do another update on, you know, the place and see if I change my tune. Because another thing that I realized too before moving, I was like, you know, they just had a snowstorm and everybody's stuff got shut off. I don't know. So all of this was going on in my mind, and then there was some type of accident. I'll try to put what it is, because I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'll try to put it on the screen, where it was like a big pileup on the interstate. And I was like, y'all, I was like, all of this was going down before my move and happening in 2021. And I'm just like, the enemy is busy right now, because it really has me like, did I hear you right? Dallas, right? A lot that was happening, a lot that was going on prior to moving that I was like low-key questioning, but I was still not giving into it. I was not feeding into the negative energy behind it. Another thing that I will let you guys know as well is that the cost of living here is going up. More people, like I said, are coming to this big city, this big state as a whole, but a lot of people are coming to Dallas specifically. And y'all, when I tell you, like, I was looking at apartment prices, not a fan of renting at all, but I was looking at this as an option, definitely a temporary option, until I figure out where I was gonna be. And like I said, God clearly had other plans right now for me. Man, these prices for some of these apartments, y'all, they are really moving. Now granted, you get a good bit for your money, but I'm still looking at it in a very different way. I'm very strategic when it comes down to spending large amounts of money for something like a dwelling or a home. And again, it just has to work for me. So when I started seeing those prices go up and up and up and not come back down, because I haven't rented in I don't know how long, but now knowing like certain things go up in certain seasons and down in others when it comes to rent increases and cost of living and different things like that, I was very like taken back. Then of course I had to think about what we were experiencing last year, people not paying rent. People are now trying to recoup a lot of that money, and it's just so much that's happening right now. And I'm just like, again, I'm just really like, oh my gosh, like what did I get myself into? I have no pride again in going back to Louisiana. I do not. But again, y'all, I'm really trusting God in this, because there's a lot of things that are happening here in the city of Dallas. Great things, great things. But things are changing. Things are changing here. And I hope before you decide to make a move, you do your homework. Because when I tell you, I did a lot of homework before I made this move. Like, I definitely did a lot of homework and still ended up having to switch up the plan. Like, ain't that something? I am enjoying it here. It's clean, it's open. I take that open part back. It is open, but I need to know why these roads not as open. Why they not wider? I don't like sticking my hand out of my car and being able to touch the person car next to me. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I realize when I don't like something, my New Orleans come out. You hear? I don't like that. I don't like that. But that's one thing I really don't like. I do not like that. But there's a lot of things here that I do like. I do miss the food from home. Yeah, as a New Orleanian, I'm very spoiled when it comes to food. I really am, because ain't nothing like home. It's not. These amazing praline beignets. Whew, child, you're welcome. That's basically it for now. Y'all, thank you so much for the support so far. I am very appreciative of all the kind words, all the DMs, all the comments. Thank you. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are a part of the TTJRNY tribe. Leave that hashtag below if you like. And also make sure you are following me on Instagram. As always, remember to keep God first and to commit to the journey. Peace.